BDAILLC, and today I'm gonna try and show you one of the easier ways to learn how to draw heads and faces when you're doing illustrative styles. Everything's in the way over here. Okay, first thing is, you'd be amazed at how many things in the human and animal body are just made out of circles. I started that off badly already. I meant to do it bigger. We're just going to do something that's straight on, because when it comes to doing things at any kind of angle, it gets a little bit more tricky because the proportions aren't symmetrical. So drawing a circle to start at the top of the head is usually helpful, and then from there pulling down to create the chin and jaw is a good place to start. This will change depending on a bunch of stuff, including, does your character have a round face, is your character female, is your character younger, is your character older. It's a good thing to try and figure out how to draw a variety of them so you don't end up with same face syndrome whenever you're drawing a character. From there you can just pull down the neck. Also, this probably looks strange because I'm doing it at an angle and you guys are seeing it straight on from the top. Wish that were me. From there, shoulders. Everything being rough at the start is fine. You're going to learn how to deal with anything else eventually. And honestly, most of the time when you're drawing, your sketches will initially look better than the line art you do, because when you're sketching, you have a tendency to put more weight in certain lines than you do when you're trying to do line art. If anyone's wondering why sometimes they think their sketches look a lot better than their final product. From there, draw a line down the center of the face. It's good to keep in mind that while things look better if they're symmetrical, faces, if they are perfectly symmetrical, look really freaking creepy. Which is one of the reasons it's not always the best idea to try and flip screen certain things. Doing it with eyes, if you're doing digital art and you're doing a straight on face like this, can be helpful. Everything else, not so much. Okay, from there, you're going to estimate about where you think the eyes will be and draw a line that looks bad. I hate drawing at an angle. Erasing and redrawing until you think you have a better idea is perfectly fine as well. One other thing is to notice that usually about here, where you have the circle dipping into the bottom of the face, a lot of times either right above it or right at it is about where you're going to end up drawing the nose, and then the mouth will typically be somewhere down here. Mouths also aren't necessarily completely proportionate, but it mostly depends on how you want to draw it. Hairline will vary, as will eyebrows, etc. Eyebrows and eyes specifically are going to also change depending on the expression you're trying to do. Mouths take a lot of practice because of the same reason. One thing you could do is if you estimate about where the hairline is, draw a dot. About where you think the hair will part. Bangs are just complicated. How you might do the nose, again, will change depending on a lot of things. It's just good to practice a lot of different things. The same face syndrome is not fun when people go back and look at your art and they're like, what happened? I'm bad at lips. I'm very bad at lips. Mouths, I'm just there. I have to practice more myself. I would end up redoing that 'cause to me that looks too small. References are really useful until you get an idea of proportions, because that's always a pain. Eventually, when you do, you'll be able to freehand these pretty well without it being a real problem at all, actually. Until then, references are your friend. usually used to keep references around. I don't so much anymore, unfortunately. It's been a while since I've done a pull chart type thing. That will be it for now, though. Maybe I'll continue this in a different video.